Earning more than 1% from a checking or a savings account is basically unheard of these days, but Robinhood just unveiled a new checking and savings account plan that'll pay 3%, which is freaking amazing. But before I move on, I'll warn you right now that their checking and savings accounts are unveiling in early 2019. So for now, you've just got to join a wait list, but I'll leave a link for it in the description so you can check it out later. But if you're watching this video a few months from now, then hopefully you're good to go and the wait is already over. Now, if you just found this channel, I'm Jason with Honest Finance, and I make a lot of videos on different topics that'll give your life and your finances more value. So feel free to subscribe if you want to, or just give this video a like. But now let's start talking about the Robinhood app. Now, if you haven't heard of Robinhood before, they're basically a stock trading brokerage account that does not charge any fees to buy or sell shares, which is freaking amazing. I've been investing with them for a couple years now, and I can say that I am very satisfied with most of the services that their app offers. No-fee stock trading has always been their main business model, but now they're coming in and competing hard with the banks because they've got a 3% checking and savings account, which is so good. I mean, I think I earned about 3 cents last year from Wells Fargo, so I will 100% be switching over all of my accounts to Robinhood as soon as I can. And that's because we've all got a lot of money that goes in and out of those types of accounts, so I'd rather earn a couple $100 a year rather than nothing. And if you've got a ton of cash piled up, like for an emergency fund or something like that, then I would for sure be looking into this because that is a lot of money that you could be making for free in interest. Now understand that the rates from Robinhood are from the US Treasury yield, so those rates can fluctuate in the future, but right now, 3% is what they're advertising. Now the best part about having your checking and savings account through Robinhood is that they do not charge any fees and they have no minimum balances, which is awesome because you can actually start making interest from just $1 in either account. And having no fees is also a huge deal because we all know that banks charge fees for just about every single thing that they can think of. And most banks will only let you withdraw from your savings account 6 times a month, but Robinhood has unlimited withdrawals, which I've never even heard of before. You can also pay bills, transfer money, send and receive checks, and you can even set up direct deposit right through the Robinhood app. And that's great because we definitely need all of those features in order for our money to work exactly like we're used to with the banks. Your account will also include a debit card that can be used at over 75,000 different ATM locations, and they're not going to charge fees at the ATMs as well. And if you do happen to use an out-of-network ATM with the Robinhood app, you'll only have to worry about paying the fee through the ATM, but Robinhood will not be charging you a fee. And that's just freaking awesome because we all know that banks are going to charge a separate fee anytime they can. Now understand that Robinhood does not have any physical locations, but that's not a big deal because they've got all the ATMs and they've got 24/7 customer support. And just keep in mind that if you want to keep your traditional bank account, that's totally fine, but you can use Robinhood on top of that so that you can get 3%. I mean, one of the biggest reasons that they're able to pay you 3% is because they don't have physical locations because they're cutting out all of that overhead and they have more money to pay you. And they have earned plenty of respect from their customers because when you give the customer what they want, you end up winning in return. I'm sure that every single one of you guys are sick and tired of paying different fees with your banks, so finally somebody's come in and said this is enough. This is a big deal for the financial industry, so hopefully Robinhood can really set a new standard, and I want you guys to check them out as well. Now once again, I put a link in the description so that you guys can join the waitlist and you can find out more about Robinhood on your own. And if you've ever wanted to start investing in the stock market, then I've got another link for Robinhood that'll actually give you a free stock just for signing up. So if you want to get a better idea of how their app works and all that kind of stuff, then I'd suggest investing with them right now, and then in the future you can check out their savings and checking accounts once those are available. Now once again, I'm Jason with Honest Finance, and I make a lot of videos on different topics that'll give your life and your finances more value. So feel free to subscribe if you want to, or just please share this video because I think this information is really good for everyone. Thanks.